On mini roundabouts where there are 3 roads, including the one we're approaching from, it can be difficult sometimes to understand the layout of the roundabout and who we're meant to give way to. The easiest being when we are approaching and have a road to the left and one to the right. So giving way to the right on roundabouts as usual, this silver car isn't signaling or positioning to come round the roundabout, it eventually signals to go where we just came from. We don't need to give way to the left, except for emergencies, as it's a roundabout, not a T-junction. Similar layout and cars to give way to on the right, so we hold back, then we see it's clear to slot in after the silver car, so we come off the brake and continue as we're already slow enough for the turn. In this clip, again same layout, but it's a bit more of a closed junction, so more difficult to see to the right. Do see however that the silver car is helpfully signaling for us, and shortly after that there's no one else behind it to give way to, so we can stop hovering over the brake and clutch as soon as we see that. Now, a different layout, we're approaching, and there's a road ahead, and one to the right, so we're giving way to the road to the right. The black car isn't signaling, so it could go anywhere, but the red car is going ahead and blocking the black car from entering, meaning we can carry on untroubled. Here, again, a road ahead, and one to the right, we need to go slow enough to make sure we can stop for anyone entering from the right. We didn't have a great view until just before the giveaway lines, so we had to go quite slow there. This one on the other hand is more open and we can see far enough to the right from fairly early on to not have to slow down as much as the previous clip, apart from to do the steering around the curbs. Here it's busier, but we can work out whether to go by other signals and positioning. This car will clear the roundabout shortly, this one is signaling to leave, and we can clear the roundabout before this one enters. Checking ahead, we have enough room to clear without blocking the roundabout. If we are turning right with this road layout, remember it's not the same rules as if we were turning into a side road on the right, so we should not be looking to give way to people opposite. Even if this car were much nearer the roundabout it should still give way to us, because we are effectively on their right and would enter the roundabout before they could clear it. If we're turning right on a mini roundabout, don't drive completely over it, like the car in front. Remember, even if the red car was at the giveaway line right now it would still need to give way to us, as we are on their right and we are entering before they would be able to clear. If we are coming up to a roundabout without much warning, for instance here, after we've just completed a turn, then look for road markings for where to position, and road layout for where we need to mostly look to give way to. In the final few examples, we'll have a road to the left, and a road ahead, but no road on the right, so we only effectively end up giving way to anyone from the road opposite turning across us. Try to be aware of anyone attempting U-turns on mini roundabouts too, even though it is quite dangerous since others wouldn't likely expect it and there wouldn't be much time to react. Notice with this road layout how early we can see there shouldn't be anyone to give way to, but we may still have to slow down to steer round the roundabout properly. Here, again, a good view early. We'll arrive at a similar time to this car. Its position, speed and lack of signal suggest it's going ahead. Then it signals to make it extra clear that its intention is not to come round in front of us. Giving way to the right, the silver car is signaling to go round the roundabout in front of us. It should be able to clear the roundabout before it needs to give way to the other silver one, and does. Now we have a Mexican standoff situation, where all 3 of us would have to give way to each other. As for all 3 of us, the car on our right is going across our intended path. Priority is given, rather than taken, but one of us should look to move, and the grey car does. The silver car really should start to move off here, as we've been blocked from entering by 3 cars in succession, including the 2 grey ones. The red car coming up still has a little way to go to get to the giveaway line, and will be looking to possibly give way to that silver one, so we take the initiative, and start moving.